Hi guys, it's Lynn here. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Now today I'm going to be harvesting the seeds from my Gymnocalycium tubutense, and this is the wonderful cactus here. And as you can see, the seed pod has burst open, packed with lots of little seeds. So I'm going to be showing you in this video how to harvest the seeds. Now obviously you'll know when it's ready to harvest because the pod will either go very, very soft and squashy, or it'll pop open like this. I often leave them until they actually do crack open like this, and then you know they're ready to harvest. And then all you have to do then is literally just twist it around, pick it off, and now I'm going to show you how to actually separate the seeds from the little pulp that's inside this fruit here. Now here we are with the seed pod here, and what I've done here is I've wrote out a little bag here with obviously what it is, Gymnocalycium tubutense, and November 2020, the time I've harvested the seeds. And I've got a little funnel here because once the seeds are all dried, I then put the little funnel into this little baggie and then pour the seeds in. It's easier to put the seeds in that way than trying to put them into the hand, depending on the size of the seeds. These Gymnocalycium seeds are always very tiny, so it's just a good way to stop them from going everywhere. And also when you're harvesting seeds, it's a good idea not to do it outside unless it's a very calm day, because if you do this outside, even the slightest bit of breeze can blow the seeds away. They're so lightweight. And what I've got here is I've got one of these little tea strainers, and these are great because what I'm going to be doing, there's two different methods that you can do this. One is you either get all when you open the seed pod, spread all the seed and the fruit onto the paper towel. Then when it's dry, when the fruit has dried, the fruit pulp I should say has dried, rub it with the finger, put the seeds then into there, and then wash them thoroughly that way, and then spread them back out on the paper towel. And once they're completely clean and dry, then put them into the little baggies or the paper envelope, whatever you use to store your seeds. But I'm going to do this method because this is only quite small as well. I'm going to open this pod here into this little tea strainer with all the pulp and then wash it through under the tap, which I'm going to show you doing this. And then I'm going to spread, once it's thoroughly washed, spread the remainder of the seeds then onto this paper towel. Then once they're dry, I can directly then put them into the little baggies. I think it's just going to be easier. It all depends. I've made many videos on harvesting lots of different types of cactus seeds. Some seed pods are very dry and they're easy just to crack open and put them straight away into the bags or little envelopes you're storing them, or if you want to sow them straight away. But a lot of cactus fruit, it comes quite freshly with a little fruit inside, and especially larger cactus fruits as well, you do have to thoroughly remove the pulp, because any remaining bit of the pulp that's left on can cause fungus when you sow the seeds, and especially when you're storing them as well. I always thought a good idea, maybe even if you're storing the seeds and they're completely clean, always good to give them a little bit of a soak before you sow them again in a little bit of warm, clean water before you sow the seeds, just to get rid of any remaining traces of pulp or fruit that may be lurking. So that's a little bit of what you're going to need here. The funnel isn't a necessity, it's just something I like to use to make sure the seeds don't go everywhere. And I'm going to show you how I then remove the fruit and seed into this little tea strainer. I just want to make a little word about the tea strainer here. You want to make sure, as you can see, there's 3 little seeds in here, that the seeds aren't going to go straight through when you put the water in. Most tea strainers are very, very tiny little mesh, as you can see here, holes. So it should catch the tiniest of things. But if you do have very, very fine, some cactus seed is incredibly fine, then it would just go straight through this. So this isn't a good method for that. But for the majority of cactus seeds, I always do a little test here. As I see, I've got a couple of the seeds out, put them into here, and as you can see, they're not going to fall through that tea strainer. So it's going to be perfect to give these a good wash in that. Now here we go, I've got the little seed pod there. And so what you want to do then is split open this little pod and get as much as the pulp out and seeds as you can here. And as I say, once I've got all this out, then I'm going to run this under the tap with just cold water, obviously not too fast so the seeds don't jump out everywhere, just enough to flush out all the pulp, well, as much of the pulp as I can before I spread them out onto the sheet. Now that's the seed pod completely emptied there, so that I can put into the compost. And then I just want to make sure that I have the top running just enough there to clean. Then you want to thoroughly soak all the seeds. Keep carefully swirling them round in the little tea strainer, just to make sure that you give them a good clean and remove as much of the pulp as you can. I'm going to be doing this now probably for about 5 minutes. I mean, just to make sure that they really are thoroughly cleaned. Now that's the seeds all thoroughly cleaned really well with the water. And all I'm going to be doing now is emptying this out on here, spreading all the seeds onto the paper towel. And it's important you have a paper towel that's very absorbent, obviously a clean paper towel, because the absorbency will help to dry up all the remaining, all the water that's left on these seeds. So get them all out there and then spread them as much as you can all along the paper towel. And then this could probably take up to an hour, depending on how dry and warm it is in your place, obviously. And then once these are fully dry, then I'm going to be then putting them into the little baggies and putting them down the baggies into this little by the little chute here. Now that's it. I've left it about an hour, and the seeds are all dry, as you can see there. Very easy to move about on the paper towel. You just want to make sure that they're all loose by gently rubbing them, so there's none stick that are stuck to the paper towel. And also you want to make sure that your hands are completely clean when you do this, both before harvesting and during this process, because the seeds are all nice and clean, as I say. But if you have dirty hands, you're going to put germs and that onto the seeds, and that could affect when you get to sow them. But as I say, when I actually do sow these again, even though they're all clean and they're going to be stored in the baggies, I also soak them again just before I sow them. Make sure that they're super clean. And I said, they've got a little bag label there. And with cactus seeds, they can keep up to several years. What you want to make sure that you do is that you store them in a cool and dry place, away from excess heat and away from damp, obviously, and away from direct sunshine. And they can pretty much good ready when you want to sow them. Now, I've made a video on how to grow cactus from seed. So if you want to know how to do it and the process I like to use, do check out that video. Links will be up above and also down below in the video description at the end screen of this video as well. And you can sow cactus seeds. If you don't have grow lights and the propagators and additional heating and things like that for the house that you have if you're growing them in the house, then I'd recommend that you wait until the spring, summer or the early fall to sow cactus seeds. But if you have grow lights and you've grown them in the house and it's warm, then you can sow them at any time of year, because the grow lights would replace the light that you don't get during the winter months. But I explain all that in the little video. So here we go. Now what I'm going to be doing then is just making sure these are mostly going there into the middle. And as I say, I've got this little chute. Not a necessity, but I find it's a real bonus. These are like you get in sort of aromatherapy places and little chemist shops and things like that. And then tip this here. Actually, I'll just take the bottom sheet. I don't need that one here. A little bit damp there, but I think it's going to be okay. And turn that here. It's great with the chute because I say it's easier to put them all in without them all going everywhere. See, it's great. Like that. Yeah. You can also use a little card, folded piece of card, to put them into the baggies as well. That's a good method to keep the seeds from going everywhere when you put them into the bags. And that's it. And labelled. There, good little seeds. I say Gymnocalycium tubutense, November 2020. So guys, I hope that helps you should you have seed pods on your Gymnocalycium cacti. And as I say, if you want to know how to grow cacti from seed, and also if you want to know how to pollinate cactus flowers to get seeds, then do check out a playlist, I'll put it at the end of this video as well, on how to pollinate cactus flowers to get seed. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and all your support. And I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of cactus power from across the Emerald Isle. And until my next video, bye. Ooh, lots of seeds.